So hello and welcome back to FrostPunk, and let's just start a new home. Rather than just loading the game from the previous spot, I think there's many things that I wish to be doing differently after all in this, and I kind of like the idea of rather going and starting from again. And there's many reasons why I failed the first time around. I think I possibly should be trying to see about the heaters and the likes, considering I had a loads of coal at one point, even though of course our consumption of coal would also then increase because of those, but it would make the places warmer. Also, building houses quicker and more maybe into the center would be great. And what else was it? Of course, technology-wise, there's a lot of things, a lot of options, but this is of course something we don't need to look through because we saw it already previously. But yes, there's a lot of options which I could be trying to do differently. But of course, first going and trying to gather the coal is the first objective. Also, we could possibly try to go and place a catering post to begin with, because like having a catering post somewhere around here might be great for just starting to gather all the resources from these three piles. So I might actually do that. I don't think it's the worst idea. I need to have a look, and yeah, the one more thing that I definitely think that I should go and change is that I should take new laws a lot more often, because last time I basically just saved it for the moment when I really had to be picking up something. But I think I should do it a lot earlier. Like for example, when I took the sustain life, I should have taken the next one a lot quicker, so that actually I could have done the care house, and that would have helped out a lot. So I really should be deciding about this a lot quicker and go ahead and just take them. And from here, child shelters if I want to be doing it, and then medic apprentices, engineer apprentices is a great option afterwards. So sure, let's just already pick up the child shelters. Of course, it will require some amount of resources that we don't have yet, but I don't see it as a bad thing to have that. I do want to be still trying to go through that route after all, but yeah, I think I definitely should be going and trying to do that. And what are they going to do all day? Watch the snowfall? Definitely. That's exactly what they need to do. Okay, let's just I'm not actually sure what spot is the best, but maybe just start building the road through there, I think. So there's going to be the wood crates, steel rackets, and more wood crates there. So that's actually not any coal yet. So definitely we want to be also then getting people to work for the coal, or to get some coal for us. Definitely. ASAP. And of course we do need the place which would actually provide us wood rations and so on and forth, so plenty of stuff that we do need to do. As long as some of these guys go on and actually work on this area, makes sense to me, but they should be doing some learning as well. And yes, we shall be looking at that learning later, though. How much was it for us to build this one? 20 wood, so definitely don't have what we need for it yet, but definitely something I will look into doing after this. We'll see if this will be okay idea to do first, though. We can't just go and then have 10 working here, which might be a good idea. Have a certain production of these for the moment and time being, and then those are worked. I will probably then just get some more people to work on the wood crates here, so we can get some wood crates from all the way over here. Actually, not all of you guys. Yeah, something like this I think is fine. So that we can also build some more soon. We actually can now. I think the cookhouse is a good option. It is something, of course, that we have to notice, that the cookhouse takes a little bit bigger area. I don't know even if it would have to be right up next to here or this close by, but I kind of think that the cook place is still something that I want to build into the center. It is a very important structure to us after all, nonetheless, even though it probably would be okay to have it a little bit further up. But one of these bigger structures close by wouldn't necessarily be bad. Although I might build it here, so that we can have something a little bit smaller right in there. Which would be a decent possibility. But let's just go ahead and build it there. We can try to change it maybe later if we need to. So that we can just start to be changing the raw wood immediately. I don't think we actually need quite that many work in there. So 3 there. And at least we don't need to be spending time to read all the tutorial tips at the moment. Okay, Steam level 1. This has been activated, which is great. So how much was the shelter, for example? Shelter, we would be able to again build that too. Actually, it's just the same size as this thing. So I guess I will build it right here next to this thing, this one. Yeah, I think that's okay. Enough of a choice nonetheless. Not maybe perfect, but it's okay. Or should I build it just a little bit further up here? Well, the thing is that I don't want there to be wasted space. So I guess this might be the better spot to be building it. Yeah, the generator hums with reassuring warmth. Yeah, we do also of course need to be providing the raw food source, so in all reality the hunter's hut would be extremely important. Let's see, would I want to be building it here? I wouldn't like to be using this space for something, so if I do, then this would have to be here, for example. I don't think the hunter's places have to be quite at the center, so let's place them right behind the cooking place. I think that's a pretty decent area nonetheless to build something like that. I don't know why I can't. Oh yeah, because I don't have enough wood, so yeah, sure, just that much for now. Lots of things of course that we need to be able to set up. So what's up? No roof over our heads. Yeah, I'll provide some shelters for sure. I can't promise for everyone at once for 40 people. You have 2 days to provide shelter for 40 people. Captain, people are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They're falling ill from sleeping outside in this terrible cold. We better do something about this, yes. 80 people I can't promise, but 40. Tomorrow I need to then definitely work on actually getting roofs to their heads, on their heads, clearly enough. It will be essential, as such the child shelter might not be necessary immediately, but on the other hand, I don't dislike having it. In all reality, the wisdom of the crowd, Captain, when facing demands, remember this: people usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine. Okay, and definitely people from our convoy, yeah. So we have to try to then get that done, which is totally a-okay and fair. Let's see. I think we will take you guys away from here, and then we don't need to have quite this much coal, I'd say. Let's decrease the number in here, I'd say. Actually, yeah, let's just take all of you away from there. We have still this bringing us 15, or coal is brought by 15 people from there. We definitely want this place active immediately afterward. After all, I'd say. At least this actually is doing very nicely in the sense because it's even in a livable condition. So at least the people that are working here, who are still bringing us both of these resources that we need, and from all of these 3 spawns, are doing pretty nicely. So I can't dislike that though. Sure, the road might not be in the best position and so on and forth, but still. Anyways, at least we have one hunting location. Not perfect, but it's decent. It's decent for now. At least they can go and start hunting soon enough. For now, we should be good. Of course, we anyways will have to be waiting for another day. Well, let's wait for the Book of Laws to get out of the cooldown and all. Okay, so what should I do? We could just immediately go from child shelters to the medic apprentices or engineer apprentices, but as such it's not exactly the one that I think we need the most. I could go for the emergency shift, just so that I could try to once, really early on at least, just put this on. Discontent will rise slightly. That's not too big of an issue though, the little bit of a discontent that would be coming up. 24 hours on the job, insane, but that's our lot, yes. Work, work, work until you die. I'll think about it. I wonder where did I actually go and do the... this one. So, new building abilities. I know most of this stuff after all quite well. By signing new law, you can unlock the ability of some buildings. Unlock. Because I don't remember how exactly I needed to actually place that up. That was of course just dismantle, halt operations. This is even comfortable working in here, which is nice enough, and this is very comfortable, which is nice. Well, not sure. Emergency shift, yeah, I could just be activating it from here. If I would do it into here, I'd say, because then we would be able to start gathering resources from this direction. Sure. Ability cooldown has not expired yet. We'll work constantly for the next 24 hours. I think that's fine. This one place, work in 24 hours. It's not gonna be nice for them, but at least it's anyways in a livable condition. I don't wanna do it for any of these which are in a chilly location on the other hand. And the hunter's hut is anyways already working basically, so it's not like that matters much. One is sick also, so that is also something that I would have to go and try to do something about quite soon. What was you saying? We can keep going like this for a while, I'd say. Mayhap. Also, workshops is something that I would really love to be able to go on and build. They are just as big as the hunter's lodges, so it would be nice to have them in the same row rather than building them into here. Maybe into here then. I don't know yet exactly where I want to be putting them at. Of course, this isn't what I was meaning to come into Luke anyways. But I might go and just try to be building a few of these, and of course I would need a medical post. Maybe I should do that even previously, or before, I mean. But yeah, this is a smaller structure than these ones. I could maybe build it somewhere over here. It's a shame that there's nothing that is a one lane structure, at least to my knowledge, which is kind of a shame. Let's build the first little medical post here, I'd say. That's fine. We'll at least have a place for the sick. Nonetheless. 5 people can go and work there for now, that is. So we're getting some coal, we're getting a slight amount of raw wood. Not a lot, of course. Let's bring one more to work here, I guess, for now. And I guess otherwise that's okay for now. So yeah, the one that is sick is being treated, which is great. That is perfect. We can get a new law relatively soon. Definitely not yet, of course, but you know, relatively soon. This is actually perfect. There's a road just in between there, so we can start building some of these tents, at least. We do need them after all, nonetheless. The coal is doing okay. It's not perfect by any means. A note of thanks. We just wanted to thank you. Back in London, it was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. In this new world you're creating, we can see things will be different. Hope so. Hope so. For the moment, we are great on the hope. As long as I don't let that go and fall really seriously badly. Hopefully, I'm able to build enough of these houses as well, so that people will be a little bit happier. 30 out of 40, so that's not actually too bad. 30 out of 40 are still decently happy, if I could say so. I do think I need also another Hunter's Lodge. I guess it could be okay here. Yeah, I guess. At least have 2 here right now. And let's just build that road connection. Then maybe I should take the law where we can actually put the children to work into the safe locations. I think that would be a pretty good option. Or in the engineer slash cook places is a pretty good one. Is there something else that I would really need to do? Not otherwise, other than the workshops, of course, I do need quite soon. Probably would like to have them in this same lane. It's just that I would like to be able to exactly count where would be the perfect placement for them, so to speak. Always as an issue. Don't know how to exactly do it. Maybe I should do just one into here so that we can at least start with the engineer research. I think this is a good place. One, really. Have the hunting lodges do at least here is good. So, first of these to start setting up is a good idea, I'd say. Then just build a road there a little bit more. Just because we can, you can introduce a new law. Let's go ahead and maybe take the... Well, which one would we want? Engineer apprentices or the medic apprentices? It's a great question. Both would be good, I'd say. Education is the key to our future. Let's teach our children medicine so they can help with the sick. So, children from the shelters will help at the medical facilities, raising their efficiency, or children from the child shelters will help at the workshops, speeding up research, which would be nice too. Let's go with the engineer apprentices, I guess. Nonetheless, hopefully this time around I can not have to go into a situation where I will have way too many sick people. I'd hope for that anyways. To help with their designs, which is good. Okay, right, it's time for the children to start earning their keep too. A wise decision, little hands can do a lot of good. Yes. So let's see. I got my engineers at work in, for example, here quite a few. Maybe I should just stop in that location and place them here. And have a look. Yeah, this was anyways, I didn't use either one of these previously. And I think I should. But I think the beacon is the one that we wish to get first, because we do wish to start exploring as soon as possible. I want to be able to get our automaton very early on too and everything, so I do think that that will be a good choice. I do kind of wonder why there's no kids here at the moment, but not sure. When I do have some children, 15, who are profited from working, so to speak. Or is it because they don't have a house where they live in, so they, so to speak, are not anywhere? Let's build that one more, at least in here, the houses. Then it should be pretty much our promise kept even. Everyone feels relieved with the roof, even if flapping one over their head. Well, half of our citizens feel that. Not exactly all. But it's definitely better to be treated. 0 in palliative care is of course a great thing at least. I do want to still go, especially the thing that I think that sustain life, when I wanted to take it, I should have just gotten the next one ASAP, I'd say. I think that would have been essential pretty much. It's quite of a sad for these guys to be working for 24 hours, but on the other hand I do have to say that we really have required all the resources at the moment, so in that sense, 5 being treated. For the homeless, 1 sick. That isn't in treatment, yeah. Well, at least there's quite a few that are able to be in treatment. 8 hours for our first patient to be cured, so it's not too bad. Where could we take someone off? I do wanna be keeping all of those though. Well, I guess from here I can rather change it so that you guys are there working. But yeah, pretty much at this point we even need more people because we have a problem that we just don't have enough. So that we could be working everything efficiently enough. Because I do think that we need 15 here for coal. These at least working for getting... Ah, that one is already taken completely. So no more steel from here. At least we got a pretty decent amount of steel, yes, but still. I guess in here I could also place one of these structures, in all honesty. Pretty much. Well, nonetheless, I think that this is probably at least a place that I would like to be then building one of these soon too. Yeah, and then here, of course. I've got to hold on, people are depending on me. Well, let's just go on ahead and forward so that we could research the beacon ASAP. I don't think the beacon needs to be close to the center either, of course. At least we have a good amount of food anyways. What's going on? Oh yes, family torn apart. We will go and search for them as soon as possible. CRG, you hurry. I'll know. We'll do what we can. We definitely will do what we can. We're gonna be heading on as soon as we have the beacon. First of all done is a very good and important thing. At least we're getting a decent amount there. Okay, first, beacon. Then I don't think the beacon needs to be very close to the center. So it's just a question, which exact spot would I then feel that we need to have it at? But yeah, I don't know exactly how I wish to be building everything over there, so I guess it would be okay enough to do here. Then maybe have more research places here. So on at fort. Just build the beacon here. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Let's just start with that. We need quite a lot of this wood anyways to be able to then, unfortunately, go and get... Actually, this we can do. Faster gathering is fine. Let's start researching that. That's totally okay, at least to research. Then we have enough food for the exploration part too. Coal pile is depleted, which is unfortunate. It's okay, but unfortunate for the moment. We're no longer lost and blind. From now on, our people will be able to survey the icy barrens that surround us, the Frostland. I assume there's going to always be, nonetheless, that this isn't randomly generated world, unfortunately. That would be kind of sweet, so that every game wouldn't be the same. So you could get completely different events, but I'm not sure if it is the case or if it isn't. But nonetheless, at least we got the beacon up. And let's just then immediately go on and send the search party, the Lost Expedition and the Gloomy Cave, yes. So now we need a scouts party. Absolutely. And they need to be sent over here to the Lost Expedition first. Nonetheless, I'd say this is of course chilly, but that's okay. It's not like it has to be really, really warm. Hey, these guys are actually here now, which is nice, staying in the shelter. We have exactly 15 kids, of course, so we would also have to remember that this only has a space for 14 out of 15 kids. So it's gonna be a little bit more of a problem when we would, so to speak, need space for more children. Because we don't have more children yet. Yes, the Lost Expedition is something we're going towards right now. Time to rest. I think I should build another one of these into a couple of locations, or at least one place. It's actually a good question. How much do we get back from this? 12 food and 4 steel. Is the salvage resources. It's okay. 4 steel. So yeah, 1 wood and 1 steel will be lost, but that's not really that bad, I'd say. Let's try to build one over here, I think, so we can start to rather get the coal from here with the help of this structure, so they don't have to work in a close location or cold location. But that's one of the issues too that we did have for a certainty. I forced them to work in cold locations, which was definitely not the best option. Yeah, just like this, I think is good. So that we can build that, and then this area here is something that I would also love to be able to work in, but that will be after. Okay, what's going on? Ready to search, yes, I know. We need a win. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking. We have already the volunteers gone and trying to be finding them. No, it's not something we need to do anymore. So what's next? I know, sleeping outside, housing protest. Captain, some of our people are protesting against the lack of housing. Last night was not the first they had to spend outside. They want you to see to their needs immediately. You have one day to provide shelter for 20 people, or I'll provide them with proper housing. Better than a tent for 20 people. It's not like I can provide them a better than a tent at the moment, so yeah, provide shelter for 20 people. I'll do that. And just the problem that I can't really... Actually, it's only -20 at the moment, so it definitely has gotten colder later. Oh, actually from that even I can see really easily how warm the locations are. That's pretty sweet, I would have to say. So yeah, it's not gonna be too long that I have to take on doing the few houses more, but anyways. Okay, then we are definitely gonna want to have at least 10 people working here though, I would have to say, in the future, so that we can provide enough coal for us as well for the moment, when we have to do it like this anyways. Okay, you arrived to your location. The rest of our people made camp here. Too exhausted to go on. We should escort them to the city. And we entered the camp, appearing out of the driving snow. A shower of excited voices welcome us. Thank God you found us. We had been wandering for days until we couldn't go any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. Let's just go and escort them. I can't really justify doing that, even though it might be the better option. But I can't, so it's fine. That I shall just go on and start escorting them. We can keep going like this a while. I'd say another day, another shift. Well, that's life. And yes, now gold -40 even. That is gold. Even these are actually chilly now. Which is, I guess, not too surprising. It's getting colder with each day, so it very much is. I hope I don't freeze to death on duty. That's a good wish right now. I do need to be building the houses as soon as possible. Provide shelter for at least half of your citizens, then left. So, a word of advice. We're getting short on resources, our needs are great and growing by the hour. To address this, we can enact a law which will allow us to extend working hours. Yeah, I know. I actually work out to even get more laws at the moment. Extended shift. Should I get that? Might be okay. Should I get something else? Or I could just go on and get the sustain life for now. It's not like I actually used that almost at all previously, even though I got it. So let's go and take the sustain life, I think, for now, rather. Or extended shift. No, I don't want it. Let's take the sustain life rather. Then I need to build that. Why take up all the beds with those goners? This is only half measure. We need an infirmary. I know. But it's not like we can just magically get the infirmary straight away. So we do have to, unfortunately, wait on that for a little bit. But at least they arrived back from the Frostlands. Yes, they are coming and arriving back home. Or, well, back to us anyways. Well, it was our lost expedition. And yes, we will look for the others. That was still a good start.